A lot of people have misconception about living in Port Harcourt. Like they've heard a lot of things when it comes to living in Port Harcourt, and that's what is stuck in their head right now. So they are looking at moving to Port Harcourt to live. They are having different kind of information in their head or different kinds of imagination in their head. Some people will be like, "Oh, Port Harcourt is too expensive." Some people will be like, "Port Harcourt is not safe." Some people will be like, "If you are living in Port Harcourt, that means you are working in one oil company and all of that." And that is why in this video, right, I'm going to tell you or correct some of the misconception that people have about living in Port Harcourt. Now, I've been living in Port Harcourt since the year 2012 in my uni days, and since then up till now, you know how many years that is. So from all of this experience I've gathered from all of these years, that is what I'm going to be sharing with you in this video so that you have a better understanding about living in Port Harcourt, right? So one of the misconceptions that many people have about living in Port Harcourt is that if you need to live in Port Harcourt, you have to be you have to be very, very rich. Like you have to be super rich. You should be working in an oil company. You need to have money and everything. Now, it's a lie. One thing you need to know about living in Port Harcourt is the fact that Port Harcourt is for every pocket. If you are earning 300,000, 200,000, 150,000, 50,000, you can actually live in Port Harcourt. Your earnings are going to determine where you will live and the standard of living that you are going to live. Now, depending on your personality, depending on the kind of food or diet that you eat, depending on the things that you like to do, depending on how you like to spend your money, right? It's going to determine where you are going to live, the kind of life you are going to live, if you can be able to live in Port Harcourt, or if you will not be bankrupt, or if you will be bankrupt in Port Harcourt, if you can survive it, if you cannot survive it. It all boils down to your personality. It all boils down to what you do, right? It all boils down to who you are when it comes to your spending. Now, another misconception that people have about living in Port Harcourt is the fact that cost of house rent is very, very high. Now, this is a lie generally, like it's a lie compared to some other cities that I know in Nigeria, right? That I've lived, popular cities that I've lived in Nigeria. I've lived in Abuja before, like some popular cities there. I've lived in Lagos, right? And compared to these places, Port Harcourt housing is cheap, is affordable. And I say this because it varies. Like I said before, it's going to be determined by how much you have to spend, right? If you have 2 million naira to spend for an apartment in a year, right? You are going to see that 2 million naira apartment. If you have 300,000 naira to spend, right, for an apartment, you are going to see that 300,000 naira apartment. It's just that it's going to be your taste. It's not going to depend on your taste, the kind of thing that you like, the kind of amenities you want to be in the house, and all of those things. Because there are some houses that comes fully furnished. There are some that you have to buy your furnitures, right? There are some that even if it does not come fully furnished, it comes with some amenities in the house that are already fixed. You don't have to put those ones, right? So with it, like depending on the quality of the house, depending on the location that the house is, if you are going to the GRA, if you are going to the high-end area like Iwoji, GRA, Transamadi, and all of those beautiful places, if you are going there, then you have to go with a lot of money. Not really a lot of money, but you have to go with more money, right? Then if you are going to other locations that are actually not so popular locations, right? They might be popular, but not like the ones that everybody wants to go, right? Those ones are going to be quite less expensive, right? Now, the next misconception that people have about living in Port Harcourt is the fact that security, there is no security in Port Harcourt, or the security is this or is that. Now, let me just tell you something. Honestly, right? I'm not going to lie about this one. When it comes to security in Port Harcourt, just like what it is in Nigeria, nobody knows when anything is going to happen. Nobody knows what next is going to happen. So generally you are going to be your security personnel, right? You are going to be your security person. And it's going to also not depend alone on the kind of location that you live, right? It's also going to depend on your personality. If you are somebody that like friends too much, you are somebody that you go out in the night, like you're a night crawler, you're always going out, even if you're in the safest location, something can happen to you. This is Nigeria, right? Anything can happen to you. So don't have that misconception that, oh, it's only in Port Harcourt that a lot of insecurity issues are happening. I know that, yes, you can be kidnapped, you can, be faced with guns, and sometimes you can, walk into some things that are not okay, right? But then again, like I said, if you are a night crawler and if you live in some very bad neighborhood, right? There are some neighborhoods that are not good to live in. So if you live in those kind of places, then you should expect it. So for people that are looking for extremely cheap places to live, I don't know what you people are thinking, or I don't know what you people are doing. I'm going to also make a video about the worst places you can live in Port Harcourt and the best places that you should actually live here in Port Harcourt, depending on your pocket, right? That video is going to be for people with, whether you are a high income earner or a low income earner, or whether you're just starting up your life, that video is going to be up for you. So make sure that you subscribe to the channel, turn on your post notification bell, so that when I post that video, you are going to be at alert and you are going to that video to watch, right? So another thing that I see most people talk about when it comes to living in Port Harcourt is the fact that people don't talk about the level at which people gossip in this Port Harcourt. Like, really, Port Harcourt people are nosy. If you are coming here, just get ready. They are super nosy. They want to know everything about you. They want to know how you are doing. They want to know what you are cooking. Or they want to know how you are sleeping in your house. They want to know what you are planning next. They want to know the color of your curtains. They want to know the color of your chairs. They want to know if you are married. They want to know how you and your husband are doing, your plans that you have. If you are not married, they want to know why you are not married. They want to know the man that you are dating. If you are a woman, and if you are a male, they want to know the girl that you are dating. They want to just be in your business, right? And I am not saying that, because they come like they are very friendly, right? And I'm not saying that it's bad to be friendly, but that is the facade that they use, right? They come like, oh, they are super friendly. They come like, oh, they can be of help to you. They come like they are everything that you have ever wanted. But please, you should be very careful, especially if you are coming into the States for the first time. You should be very careful the kind of people you make your friend, no matter how friendly they are. In fact, the more friendly they are, the more conscious you need to be, because this is where your personal safety comes in. This is where you have to be your personal safety guard, or your personal bodyguard, or your security man, right? This is where you have to be, because you don't know them and you can never know them, and they will never let you know them, right? The little things you know about them will just be on the surface. They will never let you know them, but they want to know you in depth. So when you find yourself in situations like this, just know that anything can happen, because if danger is coming, definitely it's going to come from people that already know you. It's going to come from people that are close to you. Information is going to come from the environment that you live, the neighborhood that you are, the people you roll with, and everything. So that's why I always tell people that are coming into the city for the first time to be very careful of the friends they meet or make. I'm not saying you shouldn't make friends, but I'm saying that you should be very careful, especially with the ones that are very, very, very friendly. Be careful, right? So that's another misconception. People don't know that people in Port Harcourt, or people in Port Harcourt, are very nosy. I'm not saying everybody is, but like a high percent of them are very, very nosy. If you are not somebody that is nosy, if you're not somebody that is a gossiper, you tend to be their enemy. So that's on period. Whether you like it or not, you have to be nosy. And if you're not, they tend to make you an enemy, right? So that's another thing that you should keep in mind. Another thing you should keep in mind, or another misconception that people don't understand or have about Port Harcourt, is the fact that if you are coming to Port Harcourt, you can come to Port Harcourt with the experience that you have from wherever you have been. That is wrong, though. If you are coming to Port Harcourt, you have to reset your brain. You have to reset your brain, like put your mind on factory resets. Come with an open mind, come prepared, come ready, come knowing that you are coming to see a new life entirely. You are coming to see a new mindset entirely, new set of people. The way they think is not going to be the way you are thinking before, or the way you live in the other places that you have lived is not going to be the way you are going to find it here, right? So come with your minds open. Come expecting different buzzwords, different things, right? Come expecting things, whether good or bad. Okay, I'm just saying you should keep an open mind. Don't come with an expectation, because you can actually get your expectation and you can actually not get your expectation. So don't come with an expectation, just come with an open mind and be ready to adapt, be ready to learn, be ready to protect yourself, right? Good. So that is another thing that people should know when it comes to Port Harcourt. Then another thing people have, like a misconception that people have about living in Port Harcourt, is the fact that Food in Port Harcourt is very, very expensive. And trust me, you guys, the most cheapest thing in Port Harcourt right now is food. I know that most people may not agree with this, but if you are somebody that have families in other parts of Nigeria, then you will know that what I'm saying is true. Because in this place, I am still surprised that you can see a penta of white Gary. If you are somebody that knows Gary very well, I'm going to leave like a picture of it. White painter of Gary is still 2,800, and meanwhile in some other places you get it for 3,000 plus, right? If you are going for the red one, you can see it about 3,200 or 3,300, and meanwhile in some other states, I have family members in other states that are buying it for almost 4,000, right? Food in Port Harcourt is still very cheap, like very, very cheap. People see, nobody should deceive you. I'm currently living here and I've been living here for a while. Nobody should deceive you that Port Harcourt food is expensive. It used to be then, but now it isn't. It is not. In fact, it's one of the cheapest states that you can actually stay right now when it comes to food. Another misconception that people have is the fact that you can't raise a family here in Port Harcourt. See, let me tell you, I've been to other places, I've been to other states in Nigeria. One place that I would raise my kids if I want to live in Nigeria is Port Harcourt. Like, the people have this value system for an elderly and for the young, right? They also know that there is a way, like they train their kids in a way that they end up being respectful, right? The environment is peaceful, the environment is calm, the environment is welcoming, it's family friendly, right? They have this orientation that kids are supposed to be brought up right? They shun evil, right, for the kids. So it's an environment that is going to help you to, bring up your child in the fear of God or in the upright way, right? So generally, it's a place that you can actually bring up your kids. Okay, so this is like some of the misconceptions that people have about living in Port Harcourt. If you have any other question, if you want to know more about living in this Port Harcourt, or you want me to hold you by the hand when it comes to living in Port Harcourt, right? Depending on the kind of service that you want, because I offer various services, I can help you look for an apartment. I can help you with the right places to take a house. I can help you with agencies that can help you get a good apartment. I can also help you with agencies or an agent that can help you get a good land that is free of issues, right? But all of this, of course, comes for a fee. And if you do not mind, my email address is going to be in the description box. Just go ahead and email me and we'll take it off from there, right? Okay, so if you have any question about living in Port Harcourt, relocating to Port Harcourt, living in Port Harcourt, let me know in the comment section. If you like content around this kind of thing, do not forget to subscribe to the channel. Do not forget to also like this video. And yes, you guys, I'm going to see you in this video right here where I share with you the worst places to live and the best places to live here in Port Harcourt City. See you right there.